Hey everybody, Jason here at Time Warp, and today, more educational stuff, right? Fun stuff. And I have my handy dandy little mirror here because I'm going to be showing you some stuff. Oops. And because everything is seen backwards, what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to wait until people start to pop on, which will be happening in a minute. It's dark out. We're having storms. I love storms, but they come by so quickly. Anyways, we're going to be talking about matchbooks tonight. And hi Veronica, how are you? So we're going to be talking about matchbooks, and more people are going to be jumping on here in a minute. But I got my trusty little mirror here because everything you read backwards through here. So I'm going to show some of the matchbook pictures through the mirror so you guys can see them correctly. And it's a little bathroom mirror on a mic stand. Why not, right? Fun times, right? Anyway, so let me grab something. Matchbooks everywhere. So, matchbooks. Hi, Mom. So, as people come on, I'm going to show you that I'm going to be dealing with a mirror here, and I'm going to be showing you because a lot of the matchbooks are tiny, and when I show you them close up, they'll be backwards to you. So, if I do them in the mirror, you'll be able to see them correctly. So, anyways, let's get started here. First of all, some tidbits, or some tidbits on the history of matchbooks and matchbook collecting. As you can see, we got a huge variety of matchbooks, and yes, people still collect matchbooks. So matchbooks were invented in 1892, believe it or not. And what do you think came first, you guys? The matchbook, or the matchbox? So which one do you guys think came first? Hi, Tom. Hi, Shirley. How are you? And Susie and everybody, thank you for jumping on. So which came first? The matchbook or the matchbox? All right. So yes, the box came first. Because they would carry matches in a box in their pocket to strike on anything, because the sulfur is in the match tip, right? In the match tip. So the box came out generations ago. The matchbook came out in 1892. And the matchbook was invented by, let me get his name, and I'm going to not say his full, well, I'm going to say his name, but it's funny. Joshua, P-U-S-E-Y, Pussy. Interesting. Per se, we'll say per se. So, hey Rose, so matchbooks were invented in 1892 by Joshua Persay, P-U-S-E-Y, and he created them, the folding. He needed something more flexible to put into his pocket, whereas the boxes wouldn't work. So he created a thin cardboard and stuck the matches in it, and it created the matchbook. In 1890. In the late 1890s, 1898, I believe it was, Joshua sold his patent idea, which he patented in 1892, to the Diamond Match Company. And the Diamond Match Company had a brilliant idea about putting advertising on matchbooks. Now you got to remember, back in the 1800s and in the early 1900s, smoking was everything. This country was built on tobacco leaves. And so everybody smoked. Everybody smoked. Lighters were not invented yet. And so they had the matchbooks. One of the cool things I thought was interesting about the matchbooks was that when Diamond Match Company in the late 1800s decided to print advertising on their matchbooks, within 5 years it became the largest advertising the largest advertising type the world has ever seen. And what I thought was funny about the Diamond Match Company doing that in the late 1890s is they went around, they sent their people around to different organizations. I'm going to cheat here for a minute. they sent people around to different organizations, you know, operas, opera troops, airlines, when airlines started in the 1900s, silver screen executives for silent films and different things, universities, and even the United States military. And one of the advertising ploys that they got, or one of the ploys they got to get people to advertise, is they used the fact that this country was built on tobacco. Therefore, it would be unpatriotic not to advertise your business on matches so that you could light your tobacco products that built this company. So by doing that and going around and pushing the advertising on the matchbooks, they created the largest advertising style the world has ever seen. And what was funny on top of that as well is the fact that they never dropped a dime into like sending them out, doing stuff like that, other than the fact that they sent their employee out to get the advertising campaign onto the matchbook. They relied on people handing them off. So this little matchbook in 1890s to the early 1900s went from me to this person to that person, that person, that person, all of them seeing the advertising on the matchbook. In the 1940s, the Diamond Company decided that they were going to be more colorful, that they were going to start advertising them as collectibles. In the 1970s, matches started to decline due to the fact of lighters and due to the fact that more and more places were not allowing you to smoke in them. So by the 1980s, and most of the places you couldn't smoke, by the 1970s, the advertising and the match world started to decline significantly. So what they did is Diamond Match Company did it again. They started advertising matchbooks to collectors because this is the type of item that's easy to store, easy to find, to add to your collection. And the businesses that did advertise on these in the 40s, the 30s, the 20s, the 50s, the 60s may no longer be. So therefore it became a nostalgic collector item, which increased the Diamond Match Company's ability to, in the 70s, they started putting, famous paintings on covers of matchbooks. They started doing all different kinds. I'm going to show you some. And so back in the day, what they would do is they would get books like this. See, let's bring this over. The Diamond Match Company would do books like this. Can you guys see that right way when I use the mirror? Can you? Yes, thumbs up for yes, hearts for yes. Can you see it correctly if I use the mirror? Or is it still backwards to you guys? Steve, are you there, Mom? Okay, perfect. So it is right side. Okay, because when I get to the little ones, you're going to need that significantly. Trust me. I went through and I marked places I wanted you to see. And this is how they would keep them. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Whoops. This is how they would keep them. They would put them in like a scrapbook. Just like a scrapbook, right? And they would, from all over the world. I mean, all over, everywhere. It's the coolest thing in the world. And as you can see, there's little indents for them to put it in. So there's no tape, no pins, no nothing. And what are some of the pages on here that I wanted to show you? Okay, what do we have this one for? Oh, that's Farmer Jack. So top right-hand corner, Farmer Jack. For those of you not in the state of Michigan, Farmer Jack is a local grocery store. Can you guys see it right there? Farmer Jack. The Farmer Jack one. Look at that graphics. Aren't they the coolest things? I love it. What else was on here? The Colony Club. I mean, as you can see, as I show you all the different ones, and I'll show you the mass of them without this, but then the individual ones I'll show you. But the graphics are fantastic on these, are they not? There are so many. What else do I have to show you in here? I'm learning the different ways of doing this. Isn't that hilarious? What do we have on here? Oh, what's cool on here is you've got ship. And what I looked for is things that are odd, like hospitals, because they made matches for everything. And like the World Mount Washington, what do we have here? The Aquamarine Lounge. I mean, the graphics on these are fantastic. Look at this, the Ocean Monarch on the ship. Let's fly back over here and see what we have here. Oh, here's one. Okay, so this is cool. Let's bring over the mirror. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work up a big thing behind me with mirrors so that you can see them. So here's the El Cortez. Let me get closer. The El Cortez right here, right? Look at the graphics on that thing. This is not the El Cortez Las Vegas. This is the El Cortez San Diego. And the Sky Room. How cool is that? The graphics are to die for. I know it's backwards to you guys right now, but you got to see the color. And I don't have a big mirror there. South Ocean Club. Now, they would also do matchbooks for every single thing you can think of, right? So, what do we have here? Oh, look at this. Look at that, with the little animal on it. Don Ho from Hawaii. I mean, these are so cool. You can totally see them. Don Ho from Hawaii, you see it right there? Gosh, that reminds me of when we lived in Hawaii, Mom. Doesn't it? Hilarious. Oh, wait. Here it is. Don Ho in Hawaii. So that one's pretty cool. What else do I have here? I'll show you. I kind of like how that looks in there. Oh, here, this one's a cool one. Here we have this one is this is Libra, and then we have Gemini, Capricorn. So as you can see, they did them in your horoscopes. You could check out your horoscopes on them, the auto wash. I feel like I'm on a microphone. Hi. Like I should start singing, but you don't want to hear that. Trust me. Some of the other cool ones I want to show you are pinups, and I'll go to the other one in a minute. So check out these pinups. So these pinups are so cool. I'll show you backwards so you can see close up the pinups, right? And then this one is from, let me see where the best way to, there we go. Sorry, I'm still learning on this one. This one is prompt service for Schwinnen's Grocery. That's a grocery store to see a woman in a pinup. Isn't that hilarious? Here's another pinup. This is for the new TikTok. Hilarious. Because we're going to start doing TikTok lives here a second day. Isn't that cool? So pinups are really cool. And a lot of people collect pinups. Check out that one. Look at that. Relax. Right here, relax. At the beach. West Wind Motel. Isn't that the coolest? So there's all kinds. And as you can see, I'll just show you real quick. There's all kinds of pinup ones, right? That are really, really cool. And you notice there's no matches in these, right? Because when you collect matchbooks, you collect the covers, not necessarily the matches. Now, some people do matches, and of course, I've got a whole bunch of them with matches in them. But some of the older ones will not have them. And we've got billions here. It seems like billions. Okay, so this one, look at this. Fisherman's Wharf. Fisherman's Wharf, right here, in San Francisco, Seafood Grotto. That is the coolest thing. And then the cutouts, the die cutouts. Now, this one's a cool one, and I wanted to say something about this because it just shocked me when I read it. But this is complete bankers and trust service. But here you have bank by mail, and I have it upside down, but I'll turn it this way. Here is bank by mail, right? Here, let's turn you this way, so that way I can see this part right here. So it says bank by mail, we pay postage both ways, Citizens Bank. Isn't that hilarious? I have never heard of a bank that did it by mail would pay for postage both ways. It's hilarious, I think. So I had to show you that one. And then, look at this. Back when we had the Playboy clubs, you have somebody who had their wedding at the Playboy club. Oh, no, that's not it. Here it is. You had their wedding at a Playboy club, and they had their names on it. Isn't that cool? Let's flip to the opening of this. And those who collect Playboy are going to have a heart attack. Because, hold on. My fingers don't want to move. Oh, it's in the other one, maybe. It must be the other one that the Playboys are in. Anyway, so what do I have for this one? This one I have Oh, this is fun. Look, here I have the dunes. Check this out. Oh, let's put you back over here. And check out the dunes. Isn't that, look at the graphics on that thing. The Dunes Hotel. Look at the phone number. 531111. Hilarious. What else? Look at the Christmas one. They had Christmas ones that you could do. Hollands. I had some in here from the airplanes and from hospitals and stuff. Oh, for those of you from Michigan, from this area, check it out. Suzy Q's. Suzy Q's. How fun is that? And then over here we have the Engineering Society of Detroit. Right there where you could work. And here we have the San Diego Zoo. So look at all of those. The San Diego Zoo. Isn't that hilarious? Now you can't smoke in the zoo these days, but you could back then. You could smoke anywhere back then. I would be surprised if doctors were smoking while they were delivering babies. Why do I have this one for you? This one is, because it's just got cool graphics. I'll just show you the graphics on here. Check it out. Isn't that the coolest thing? Those graphics. And you can collect hundreds and hundreds of these in here. And they don't take up any more room than a book does on the shelf. This one is the Rooster Tail. The Rooster Tail in Detroit, right here. Let's do it this way so that you can see it. So, the Rooster Tail, check this out. Where are you at? There you are. The Rooster Tail, check that out. Isn't that the coolest thing? That's downtown Detroit. Here we have the Kauai, and, you know, from Hawaii, when they were in Hawaii, right here from Kauai. Oh my goodness, I wonder if they have a Cocoa Palms. That'd be hilarious. My grandmother used to take me to Cocoa Palms on Kauai when we lived in Hawaii. And I have fond memories of the zoo on there, walking with my grandmother. So, but look at this. Here's Fisherman's Wharf again, the grotto. Oh, where's my finger? Here it is. The grotto. It's just, there's so much to look at. You could look through these books for hours. And that, you know, back in the day when there was no internet, no nothing like that, you would, this is entertainment, right? This was entertainment. Let me see if those are in this one. Yes. So, who's Playboy fans? So, I have never been to a Playboy club. Look at all those Playboys. Playboy from every club they had. I know my father was at the Chicago Playboy Club once, because he had a picture of him there, himself there. Mom, did you go there too? With him? Anyways, what I thought was really cool though, is check these out. These are Playboy clubs from around the world and the country and the state. So you've got London, you've got Lake Geneva, all these different Playboy clubs which are no longer there. So that makes these a rarer find because you can't get them again. And the Diamond Match Company is still in rotation. So, I mean, they're still making matchbooks. You can order them for your store. You can order them for your restaurant. You can order them for anywhere. One of the other cool things in here is, who knows who Ready Kilowatt is? Ready Kilowatt. Here's all the Ready Kilowatts. All the different matchbooks. So anything there was, it was a matchbook for it. Thank you. We've got Marathon, the Marathon ones. You know, anything Ready Kilowatt's crazy. But the cool thing, all the different cigarettes. I'm going to stand this way just so that you can see what I'm looking at, even though some of them will be backwards. You've got all the different types of cigarettes they made. Oops, pieces. I'll get them in a minute. Pancake House. And then what's on this one? Here oh, look, advertising for tomato soups. You've got, just, there's so much. You know, good food and hospitality. You know, Poncho Train, downtown Detroit. Travelers Rest Hotel. Here's one from somebody's wedding in 1967. Here we have, I have this place marked. Oh, probably because of the cocktail lounge. Look at that. Club Raven. Fantastic. Bay Point State Bank. Oh, look at that one. Isn't that cool? You know, and some of these are like hospitals, like I said. This one has Oh, Howard Johnson Hotel, all the Howard Johnsons. So cool. These are all just so cool. I just think they're so cool to look at. You don't get to see them much. The Women's Club of Detroit, check this out. Tigers, the Tigers matchbook from the Tiger Stadium, the old Tiger Stadium, like really old Tiger Stadium. So matchbooks in there, they're just cool to collect. And they're not hugely expensive, so they're easy to collect that way. There are some really rare ones. Military ones tend to be rare. One of the most expensive, where'd my paper go? One of the most expensive matchbooks you can come across, because I know we like saying those, is this one. It's, wait, where'd it go? Oh, I wanted to tell you, by 1940s, there was over 1 million matchbook collectors. Over 1 million matchbook collectors in the 1940s. So it started becoming hugely collectible back in the 40s. But where did it go? It's in here somewhere. United States military tends to be the most expensive. It was, oh gosh. Well, here's a picture of it. I wanted to tell you more about it. It's one of the most expensive matchbooks. And it's by United States War Bonds matchbook. Apparently there weren't very many made. And then there was also one of the generals put out a matchbook before he left for the war in World War II. And it became hugely collectible. I'm trying to find who it was. And I highlighted everything except for that. Crazy me. Anyways. But baseball teams and airlines had phased out smoking. So finding baseball teams like the Tigers I showed you, and any of the hospitals, any of the malls, the airlines, the things that were phased out for smoking to begin with, those are the ones that you want to find the most of, because they would be the rarest. Now, how cool. Pharrell's. But here's another Suzy Q. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. So we can get kicked off insurance for smoking, right? But check this out. Blue Cross Blue Shield. Blue Cross Blue Shield's matchbook. So this is an advertisement from an insurance company on a matchbook that would help you smoke. Just crazy, right? So this one is for Arkansas, and it's Blue Cross Blue Shield. And inside of it, it talks about medical and hospital services and how smoking can help. It's the craziest thing, because back then everything was smoking, right? But matchbooks are far more. So those of you who live close by, you saw some of the San Diego Zoo ones. We've got every casino hotel you can think of, all the pinups, all the locals. As you can see, I've got bags and bags of them here. We bought an entire collection. But who remembers Great Scott? Great Scott. For those of you who don't live in Michigan, Great Scott was a grocery store that has great nostalgia for people who grew up here, along with Chatham's. Is this Chatham's? Yeah, Chatham's. Along with Chatham's matchbooks. These still have the matches in them, which is pretty cool. And then over here I have, oh, those are all scraped. Georgian Bay lines, which would be the ships. We have all sorts of Georgian Bay Line ones for and these were probably cruising the Great Lakes. So this was a cruise ship for the Great Lakes. Now you can't even smoke on it. So you can come across all the dog ones and collect all the breeds of dogs, which is pretty cool. You name it. There are matches for everything. So one of the things that Joshua per se did is he created the strip, the strip on the sulfur strike. He created that, and at the same time that he made the foldable matchbook for his pocket, because he was tired of carrying a box, in 1892, he also created the strip to strike it on, so that way he had everything in one. When he did that, he also partnered with the boxes and put the strip on the boxes at the same time. So he patented the strip as well as the matchbook, which he sold to Diamond Matchbook Company in the late 1800s. which is pretty cool, right? So we have so many different kinds. As you can see, we have, I'll just pick out a few to show you. What is this one? Chevrolet, and I know it's backwards, I'm sorry. On the Move, the Chevrolet 70s. So from the 70s. So these ones are a little bit of everything. As you can see, we have tons of them because you can fit probably 500 into a box of these. So this looks just like that Chevrolet one, but it's a different one. This one says, oh, you know what I didn't show you? Silly me! Would be the Mauna Loa. I don't even know where they are now. They'd be the Mauna, oh, here they are. Okay, so these are local. Now, you tiki people, Mauna Loa matchbook, right? Cover. And the Mauna Loa was only around for a couple of years. It actually was built in the late 60s and torn down in the early 70s because they overspent on what they were doing. Here is Porta 3. How cool, right? And stuff from the Mauna Loa can be rare. Here we have Trader Vic's. Look at that, Trader Vic's. Isn't that cool? Another Trader Vic's, different style. And then the Luau. So these are all from famous tiki places, right? I don't know. Chintiki's in here too. Here is the Castaways. The Castaways. So there's a little bit of everything. What's not in here is where, oh, here's the Mai Kai. The Mai Kai. And the Hawaiian Gardens. So it's funny because since I've been in this business, a lot reminds me of my time in Hawaii and my time in San Diego and my time all over the place. It's weird. When I lived in San Francisco, when I lived everywhere. But, you know, especially when I come across something that isn't there anymore. Like, in Hawaii, we had a water theme park called Castle Park that was in the ocean, believe over by the Punch Bowl. And coming across stuff from that is fun because it brings back my memories. And that's what this is for. Is so that it brings back nostalgia, right? And flipping through these books, it will prompt you to think about, oh, we had our wedding dinner there, or oh, we, you know, this or that. So these could be add-ons to gifts at Christmas coming up that would just do a jolt of nostalgia along with the gift you're giving. So even though it's something that they may just put into a scrapbook or put into, you know, a picture frame on the corner, it's something to look at and remember the time you had with them. And it's not an expensive add-on, and it's not an overwhelming thing that they have to place out. So it's very simple, right? They went to Hawaii a lot because there's a lot of Hawaii stuff in here. So remember, matchbook covers are collectible. Don't just discard them and don't think, oh my God, what are you collecting those for? That's just crazy. Nobody smokes anymore. Well, matchbooks aren't for just smoking, right? They're for collecting as well. And we always need a lighter whether we smoke or not, right? So come on in as we enter into, you know, any time, and as we enter into the holiday season where you have to buy gifts, these are great add-ons. You put them at the top of the box. This is funny. Attic Treasures, St. Clair Shores. I wonder where that's from. It's not this address, so it's on Jefferson, actually. Best Western, you know, all sorts of stuff. And this is the type of stuff that people, I mean, could bring a tear to their eye, could make them remember times from people with, maybe, you know, mom or dad, and you lost one of their significant other, and it brings back a memory of them having dinner there. So, you know, matchbooks are highly collectible. They were created in 1892. It was not something that's been around forever, and it was created by Joshua Persay, and it was the largest advertising the world had ever seen, continuous advertising that got passed around hand by hand, that the world had ever seen in the early 1900s. More of those passed around hands than anything else, because the fact that they sent their people to their employees out to get contracts with different companies telling them, because this country was built on tobacco, And by not advertising on matchbook covers would make you unpatriotic. Got everybody and anybody to advertise on matchbooks, but it was actually turned out to be a really good thing because they got passed around more than anything else. And to this day, they're considered a great advertising tool and a great collectible. So I wanted to show you, these will all be hitting the floor. We do have matchbooks out all the time. These particular matchbook covers will be hitting the floor in the next couple of weeks. And if there's any specific company, any specific restaurant or business that you want to ask about if we have a matchbook cover for, please ask, because that's the only way you're going to know. And I appreciate you guys always following me. I really appreciate it. I look forward to it. So I will talk to you tomorrow. This will be available on YouTube tomorrow as well as Instagram. And I do want you to know that starting probably this week, if not this week, then next week, we will be doing a second live show on Fridays probably on TikTok. We will be doing a live TikTok show, and we will be doing it during the week, and like on Friday, so that Steve can join us. Today's his day off, so he doesn't always get down here. And so, and I get it. But thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Remember, go out and collect your matchbook covers, or pick them up for some additional nostalgia for your gift for Christmas. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, you guys. Yes, there are. Time Warp Auditorium. I know that's you, Steve. You must have got switched over. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.